guys, welcome to a new world, which is going to be very different than what you've been experiencing till your 10th standard. So today in this video, I'm going to share with you the challenges that you're going to face these 2 years and what all efforts are going to help you to ace this class. I'm Dr. Bhatia, PhD in Chemistry, training children for JEE and NEET since the last 25 years with successful results, and many of my students are placed in colleges of repute and many pass outs all around the world. So the main aim of today's video will be to let you know what these 2 years hold for you and how you should be conducting yourself to ace this journey. This year, children, is not only about getting certain marks. This is not like 10th standard where you needed to get to 95% or 100% marks in the board exams. This class is about getting more marks than others, right? Because the acceptance ratio of these exams is very small. Let us say approximately 0.1 to 0.5%, which means if 100 children appear for the exam, less than 1 has a chance of being accepted into a reputed institute, medical or engineering both. So it is basically the acceptance ratio which makes this class more difficult. What exactly is fun, children? Fun for some of you, maybe till date, can be going out for a gedi, aimlessly roaming about. That is the definition of fun. Just having a long drive in an open car can be fun for some. For some others, fun can be as simple a small thing as going and having some golgappas, right? For an elderly person, fun might be sitting with his kids for some time and simply having a chit chat, a heart-to-heart talk. Fun for a professional, for a businessman, might be more money earned during the day. For a passionate professional, might be a great day at work, right? For a mom, the definition of fun might be serving a very yum food, a very satisfying food to her kids. The definition of fun for everyone is different. So what I suggest to you, these 2 years, change your definition of fun. Your fun should be around mastering a new chapter, getting more marks than what you got in the last test, getting a pat from a teacher, just a very good from a teacher in class. All these should give you fun, should give you thrill, and these small little components, earning these small little credits is going to finally help you ace this journey. Answering a numerical that your friend has asked should give you immense thrill, right? So if you start getting fun and thrill out of such kind of actions, success is definitely going to be yours, children. Trust me. Ace these 2 years. Consider these 2 years to be like a video game that you're going to play, right? And this video game is going to have many obstacles, many levels to cross. Don't take them as obstacles, take them as levels to cross. And all that passion with which you play any video game, with which you play PUBG, you play this game of 2 years with the same passion, right? Consider every chapter of every subject like a level. Every test after a chapter is like a level where you're going to get credits to cross various levels, gradually earning enough credits to be able to get that final jackpot, right? Enjoying the process. It's going to be a hard process. It's going to need many hours of your input, lot of patience and grit. But if you take it like something that you enjoy, start enjoying the process of learning, start getting involved from day one. It's very important, children, to catch up to this journey from day one onwards, because somewhere in between, if you wake up, it's very difficult to catch up on all that has been lost. If you have passion, you're going to find out a way to match those targets. If you don't, you will find millions of excuses and you will get into a vicious cycle of getting into that mode of excuse making, of face saving in front of your teachers, your parents, all your stamina, children, all your efforts will go into how to save yourself from a target not achieved, how to justify yourself to your parent, to your teacher. This is going to go on for 2 years, and trust me, it's going to drain you badly. It's going to exhaust you with no outcome. So why not let your energy drain for a positive purpose? Why not put in all your efforts instead of building a cycle of crookedness and excuse making and face saving, procrastination, and then somewhere inside having the feeling of guilt, regrets, and not being able to do? Why not avoid all this by simply putting an organized effort since day one? The initial few months of +1 are going to be very crucial, children. I'll give you a simple example. Say I teach you one topic today and I ask you to learn and come by the next day, and it's very obvious whatever the teacher teaches you, even if the teacher is not giving you a formal homework, it's understood in this class that you have to go through that topic at least twice before you enter the next class, right? Let us suppose today I just teach you 2 pages of textbook or notes, and it's the first day of +1. You are thrilled, you're excited, and you're confused also, because every teacher is going to come and give their own perspective on about these 2 years. So you are exhausted with your first 3 classes, and you feel that it's okay, I've just done the introductory part in every subject, I'm going to manage it tomorrow, so today I can just let go. And then the next day again you've covered say 2 more pages in each subject, and a friend comes up and you're not yet used to that level of hard work, so again you satisfy your instincts by saying कि चलो आज का दिन भी चल जाएगा, कल I'll put in 3 hours and I'll do all the pending work. Now when this happens for 2, 3, 4 days, every day so much of content is getting piled up that when you sit finally on the 4th or the 5th day with a very good intention of coping up and covering all that you've missed, even if you want to, you will find now that it becomes difficult, because 5 days of work, time every day has just 24 hours. So many hours go in tuitions, in schoolwork, in doing the necessary activities every day, so you will be short of time. Now you've already created at the beginning itself a deficit of, let us say, 1 or 2 lectures, and then every week, if 1 or 2 days you're not feeling like studying, or it's your friend's birthday or your relative comes over and you have so many excuses for not doing, right, the work piles up. But where is the time to cover up that piled work? Because in +1 and +2 children, every day is a high content day. You are expected to work every day with the same grit, with the same concentration, right? So if you have attended, let us say, a 1-hour class in chemistry, you would need a minimum of 1 hour plus to cope up with that content that has been given to you. Because just listening to a content, listening to a teacher doesn't give you mastery over the subject. Teacher is just helping you to understand that concept. You will go home, you will read it once, you will absorb it. Then you will practice the content, you will practice questions, you will do your everyday homeworks, you will work on practice questions, modules, assignments. So all this done on an average, 1 chapter revised 5 to 6 times during the year. Only then you can just imagine that you're in a position to be able to crack any exam. Is it humanly possible to put in so many hours? The way I'm explaining, and the reality is, children, leave apart your school classes, your tuition classes, and your everyday activities, say 2 hours. Every other minute has to be put to work in a very organized and a planned manner, taking away approximately 7 hours of sleep, right? The time of sleep that you need varies from one person to another, but you should have average and a moderately good sleep, because a relaxed mind is more productive mind. So don't cut on your sleep hours. Even if you're used to sleeping 9 hours or 8 hours every night, gradually cut short and come to, I feel 7 hours slap to sleep is a comfortable slap. It keeps us going effectively. Okay, and gradually towards the end, sometimes you have to make do with just 6 hours. So you'll have to train your mind. Nothing happens overnight. Maturity, just by listening to my video, I don't expect you're going to become mature overnight. You're going to become very alert and conscientious in your work overnight. But you have to learn to, develop this discipline sense in you in order to do well in these 2 classes. And what do I mean by doing well? Now, doing well is not only about getting a seat in a government medical college or in a, let us say, NITs or IIT in an engineering college. Good results this year will be for anything that you want to do. You want to do architecture, you want to do dentistry, you want to go into pure sciences, whatever you want to do, trust me children, simply clearing +1 itself is a big block, in your career. This is the stepping stone, the beginning from where you start your journey. And this year is not only going to teach you to get marks, this year, these 2 years will also give you a hustle mindset. These 2 years, specifically this 2 years of studying in a science stream, in addition to the career that you make, they also give you a strength of character. They develop your personality. So actually enjoy this journey and let your teachers and your mentors, your parents guide you, keep you tough, keep you strong, keep an eye on you, keep checking you, keep reminding you to be working hard, and feel blessed if there's somebody who is there to keep reminding you on almost an everyday basis that you need to be working hard. This is by no means an easy class. Regarding the company that you keep, it is very simple, children. There's a very simple saying which tells us that we are generally defined by 5 people that we tend to spend most of our time with. Our personalities subconsciously tend to become like those 5 people with whom we spend most of our life with, right? So choose the right company. I would say choose the right company, choose friends who are ambitious, choose friends who have strong targets, and do not, I might not sound very good, but still on a public platform, I am openly telling you this, do not trust your friend's word these 2 years. No one is your well-wisher more than your own parent or your teacher. Don't trust your friend's words. Even if your friend is saying, oh yaar main to kal padhya hi nahi, right? Kal gedi lai, aaj ye kita koi na pad lange, and please don't trust these words. So if your friend tells you, I did not study last night and I just had fun, what is the hurry? Exams are far, we will study, ho jayega. Please do not take their word, okay? Because no one will give you the details with exactness, what they're doing, how they're planning. You have to fight for your own self. Trust your teachers, your parents, and above all, trust the scores. The scores in every weekly test reflect very strongly where you're going to end up at the end of 2 years. No magic works, children. Trust me. Even if your tuition teachers, your coaching teachers, or your academies tell you कि बेटा कोई ना स्कूल में फेल हो रहा है, don't worry. At the end of 2 years, we are going to end up into IIT. Trust me, it never happens. This is just not possible. JEE and NEET preparation is not different from your basic preparation. It's a more understanding-based preparation, but it comes through the basics only. Okay? If you are failing in your school exam again and again, stop dreaming of achieving high scores. That is a fact. Upon your association and your relationship with teachers, it is very important to have a friendly, a very, I would say, a stern and a friendly mentor these 2 years. Somebody who you can open up to, who is very approachable, at the same time who can keep you within limits of discipline, right? That's very important. If you get such a mentor, it's like a boon to you, who can connect, who can keep reminding you about your shortcomings in a very loving way from time to time, keeping you on the move. And allow your teachers and your parents to be stern to you sometimes, children, because I believe however mature you are still children and you are still learning life. And the most important thing to defeat, I believe, is our own mind. The tendency to procrastinate, to waste time, it all comes so subconsciously and so easily that we need some special methods, to get away these temptations, these distractions, so as to be most productive during these 2 years. So when it comes to your association with teachers, have a very nice, open, friendly association with your teachers, and avoid the 3 C's. I always say avoid the 3 C's: complaining, criticizing, and condemning. If you don't like a teacher, say you've joined a teacher, you join a teacher only if you trust a teacher, an academy or a personal tutor or anywhere you join after research, join only if you trust the mentors. And after that, have a positive mindset in every class, children. Do not, criticize or condemn or complain. So the next question I would like to answer is whether to go in for regular school or a dummy school, which is quite prevalent. So children, for this I would just give you one standard to assess yourself. If you are capable of, or you are managing between first 5 ranks of your school class, or let us say first 5 to 10 ranks of your academies or your coaching, and you're very confident that you'll be able to produce brilliant results even without the school inputs, you might go casual with your school attendance. But if you are not managing a good school, a good score, so you need to give a second thought. And I think your parents also need to give a second thought. Not going to school, going only for coaching, still not managing marks, that means something is wrong somewhere, right? Ultimate aim of your coaching or your school, your teachers, parents, everybody wants the same from you: good results. So if you can produce results without going to school, brilliant results, perfectly fine. But if you are not producing results, at the same time you are not attending schools, you are not regular with your classes, then what are you doing? This is a very important question that you should be asking yourself. So children, going to school will reinforce your chapters. I told you earlier also, just listening once to a content from a teacher is not enough. This is actually a difficult class. Everything is so technical. So you need repetitive listening, repetitive learning, lots of practice, and lots of pull and targets from the school, such as the unit test, the term test, semesters, and so on. Different kinds of tests help you to keep going, right? And testing boosts up your speed also, keeps you on your toes to keep working, to keep matching the targets. So give a thought before making a decision of a dummy school. Don't blindly follow the trends that are going on. Like a lot of confusion between basic and competitive learning. Now, what is the difference between competitive learning and basic learning? Till last year, I would say till 2019, we had more of subjective questions for boards and very few questions were like multiple choice related. So in the last session, that is for 2021 exams, there was around 22 marks of, I'm talking about my subject, 22 marks of objective questions, like they can be assertion reason, they can be comprehension passage based or multiple choice kinds. So 22 marks of conceptuals, so which you can answer only if you have a good thorough knowledge of the subject, right? And this year onwards, the latest circular says the board has included 50%, nearly 50+% of objective and understanding based applied questions and lesser percentage of subjective attempt, long answer type questions, which means there is more need of knowing the subject more thoroughly with strong basics, and you just cannot manage with the last moment or the last month rote cramming. So which means you need to be more focused and more regular and have a more understanding based learning even for
boards, even if you are planning only to appear for boards or the school exams, you don't want to appear for JE or NEET. Now next I would like to comment on the present prevalent trend of cheating during online tests and during school tests as well as during coaching tests. Children make their groups and cheated answers are circulated, and then cheated answers are posted, and you get good marks. And what harm does that do to you? That gives you a short-term escape, face saving in front of your parents, and somewhere subconsciously it gives you a false sense of success, right? So it gives you a false confidence. So please understand the difference between confidence and competence, right? Confidence is having a feeling of knowing things, of getting good results, but competence means actually being capable of producing good results, actually knowing the subject. Now, cheating in an online test and producing result gives you a false confidence but not competence. And what is going to yield final results? Your competence is going to yield final results. So please avoid such shortcuts, avoid building up that false confidence. It's okay if once in a while you're not prepared. It's okay to take the scolding of your parents or to take a harsh word from your teachers. In the long run, it all helps you to develop yourself better towards a goal that you are seeking.